All right. I didn't plan an intro. We're cannibals. Sometimes we watch video game stuff. Most of the time we watch about Star Wars. We watch about Star Wars. Talk about Star Wars.
Yeah, I was gonna say, we don't need another intro after that one.
There's some very unexpected developments in your future. Shocking events that will change the course of your life!
That last part might have been a hair dramatic, but there's lots of awesome updates and additions coming to the Crash Bandicoot 4 It's About Time experience on PlayStation 5. Hey everyone, I'm Lou Stutter, creative producer at Toys for Bob. I'm here to give you the feature rundown on Crash Bandicoot 4 on PS5. That includes 4K at 60 frames per second, adaptive triggers, 3D audio, and more.
Let's make this
It's way louder than you.
Picking up where Crash Bandicoot Warp left off, in Crash Bandicoot 4 It's About Time, we find the evil masterminds Neocortex and Dr. Entropy escaping a once-thought inescapable interdimensional prison, leaving giant holes in the universe.
Oh, that's better.
What follows is a mind-bending adventure for Crash and his marsupial pals.
Right, but now you've
We
got
designed
your
Crash
thing
Bandicoot 4 to leap off your screen, brimming with bold, vibrant environments and characters. Crash Bandicoot has always looked pretty suave.
Didn't this come out
But
already?
wait until you see him spinning heads in native 4K at 60 frames.
I guess this is the PS5 version.
With the weight of the universe
an
on your
update.
shoulders, probably some errands to
Okay.
run. There's little time to wait on
It's still
loading
a
screens.
good. It's
The
still
DualSense
enough.
wireless controllers bring adaptive triggers to your fingertips.
It's drowning you
so
out
you
still a
can
little
feel the
bit.
blast of
Drowning me
Neocortex
out?
and DNA changing.
Okay.
Yeah, just a
you
little bit.
could-
It's definitely.
Go into
Rip and
Discord and
grapple a
turn
ton of
me up
hookshot.
if you can't hear me.
Hold on
I
tight
guess
when
that's
you
true.
feel
You're
the
right.
boost of Crash's jetboard.
Yeah,
you were at
sounds-
100%, my friend.
When you vacuum his dingo
Yeah,
dot.
my sound's not
Looking to get fully
coming
immersed
from
in the
your-
Crash Bandicoot
your
universe?
or from
Crank
my
it up to
end.
11 and take your audio into an all-new dimension with enhanced 3D audio. Achieving the infamous 106%
Oh, so you
completion
can
is
hear
the
the
sign of a
footsteps from
true
Crash.
Bandicoot master.
Oh, I'm
But
stupid.
should our
I need to turn the
genetically
stream volume
mutated
down.
marsupial lose his way? Leverage PlayStation
Okay.
5 activity cards to track your progress and hit your goals for things like time trials, flashback levels, and boss fights.
I got
Bet Entropy
the
wishes he had that. Even bring your
the
incomplete
remastered
save over
Crash
from the
series.
PlayStation
I
4 and
played a
use
couple
the
hours of it.
activity
Holy shit,
cards
it's definitely
to get
hard.
to 106%.
I
I
know
one
people
more
talk
thing.
about that
If
it's
you
pretty,
own the
like,
PS4 version of the game,
unforgiving.
An upgrade option is available. Check out the PlayStation blog
they're
for
not
full
kidding.
details.
Some of the
Whether
levels,
it's your
and I mean, I
first
played,
playthrough
probably
or
a
your
dozen.
100th, there's no better time to experience
For like the
Crash
first like
Bandicoot 4
entry,
It's
I mean,
About
it's
Time
it's the
on
first like
PlayStation
world
5.
or two, and there's probably like 6 or 8. There's some tricky levels there, and I mean, I've
Welcome
played a good
back,
amount of.
Crash. The gang's all here on today's new
Platformers, but
edition of State of Play.
Crash is
We've got
definitely
some
there, no
great
joke.
updates lined up for
Yeah,
you.
Crash, especially, I think there's some like lost levels. or
First,
something
let's
that are
check out the
fucking
latest on
Totally.
an eagerly anticipated game coming to the PS5 console this spring from PlayStation Studios.
hard. Oh, is this just every
Hey everyone,
game is
we at
getting
Housemark are excited to give you
60
this
frames
sneak
per
peek
second?
at
Hell yeah,
Returnal.
dude. Yeah, these are all
In
updates.
Returnal, you will play as Celine, an
Oh,
asteroid
never mind. I
Returnal.
thought this was
crash lands on an alien planet,
the Norman
Atropos,
Reedus.
We already
game.
saw
after
Crash.
receiving a mysterious signal.
We saw a trailer for this
White
already, I
Shadow.
believe.
Players
Yes,
will
we
explore
have.
this inscrutable, dark planet in search
I
for
thought this was Death
answers
Stranding at
and
first.
unfold mysteries, which may point to
Yeah, I believe we saw a trailer
larger
for this
force at play.
on the State of Play that we watched like 8 months
Dashing
ago or
and
whatever it
quickly
was,
maneuvering
6 months
your
ago
way
maybe.
Above and around enemies
We
is
didn't see
key to
actual
survival
gameplay.
in Returnal.
Is this by the control people? It looks just like Control.
The movement, yeah, I was gonna say the reticle in front.
That little dash.
Oh yeah. Damn. A little like Destiny too.
With
Have
the
you ever
large
played or
variety of
watched people
enemies
play
and the vast number of unique movesets
Destiny
you
where
possess,
like it's
combat
shooting and like
situations
fast
prove
moving and
challenging
then
no
it's
matter what
all the
the
enemies have like big fucking health
Death
bars
is
basically.
only the
It's like
beginning.
run and gun kind of.
Yeah, oh yeah. It's managing like crowds and using stronger weapons on certain
Every
enemies.
time you die and restart, the world will change. The map will be different, enemies will appear in new locations and in differing numbers, so you have to think fast and adapt. Here you can
That's
see the
literally
use
the
lightning
opposite of the
hellfire,
Dark
which is
Souls,
great for crowd control. This is one of many
Dark Souls has you, no matter how many times you die, the enemies are in the exact same spot every time and you just have to make it past them. Like you learn the game
Already
through.
know. Yeah.
Well, you learn the game and like get through those games by like figuring out the level design, basically.
That can grant rewards to the player.
That's a nice like change of pace because so many people have copied the Dark Souls sort of motif of like vague lore and like the sort of hardness factor. But
besides the intense combat, Returnal also has a deep and engaging narrative. We allow players to piece together the puzzle that is the story of Celine as they venture deeper and deeper into Atropos and into her personal nightmare.
That can't be here. I think I am reliving my memories in that house, but not fully. They're corroded. Some parts are missing, others seem manufactured.
So this doesn't seem like anything I'd ever play.
The torment, feeling like I was
I thought you said that you've ever seen. This doesn't look like anything that I'd play. I would definitely play this. I like the third person. If there's like a decent story and like some mystery, the big health bars and like crazy kind of hectic fighting makes me a little nervous. Those kind of games can be rough when it's like bullet sponge stuff, but the coming back and having the like randomly generated, I don't know how many variations they'll have,
it's developed by the talented
that's pretty
team
cool.
at Housemarque.
Yeah. I'm not a big spooky
Next, let's take a
game
closer
guy.
look at a high-impact new PS4 game
like
called
spooky
Knockout
game.
City.
Hell yeah, new PS4, that's what we're all here for.
We already saw this on Switch.
Oh yeah, see,
Hi,
I have
I'm
not
Josh
seen
from
this.
Villain Studios. We're an indie developer based in upstate New York, and we recently announced Knockout City,
Oh man,
a team-based multiplayer action game for PS4 where rival crews settle their scores with epic dodgeball battles. Knockout City is easy to pick up and play, but there's a lot of depth here for those who've got the skills. In our 1v1 face-off mode, you'll go head-to-head in a constantly shrinking battleground, relying on your reflexes and abilities to knock out an opponent. A well-timed catch powers up
I was
the
gonna
ball,
say I haven't
making
heard
it
that
easier to
as
land
a game mechanic.
Use trick shots to lob a ball over a ledge or hook it around a corner. Fake a throw to mess up your
might
opponent's
be
timing and
something
knock
here.
them out before they can recover.
Yeah,
When you're in a tough
honestly,
spot with a ball
mechanically,
flying your
this
way,
is
the
totally one of those
last-second
games
dodge is
that, like,
the
if this
difference
gets a
between
little bit of
getting
a
knocked out and staying
following
in
and
the
people
fight.
start, like,
Keep your wits
streamers
about you
play it
and
a little
outplay your
bit,
opponent
and, you
to
know,
bring
it's one of
home a
those
win.
things that, like, because it looks like a little Battle Royale style, that kind
Let's
of
jump into
ever-shrinking
TKO, our 3D
battleground, and
mode.
that, I mean, that's pretty fucking popular.
Teamwork
might be
makes
a
the
good
dream work in
streaming
Knockout
game.
City. If your
Oh,
crew
yeah.
is outmatched, a well-coordinated team can still dominate.
I'm curious, like,
We're
where's
playing it back
the,
alley
other than
brawl,
just throwing
a
the
new map
balls,
that you'll
like, what's
find in our
the,
upcoming crossplay beta. The special ball for this match is the sniper ball, which locks onto targets from
Your
far across the
boys,
map and
Filthy
wham,
Casual.
you can take
I
them out
liked,
before they have a
one of
chance
their
to react.
takes on,
Beyond special balls,
All
each map
Guys.
features a unique mechanic.
This is
Oh,
that. It wasn't
yeah.
good. It was
Hop
just
into a
really
tube to
easy
make
for
a quick
streamers
getaway,
to go,
or use them to sneak up on your opponents.
and, like,
Oh, 100%,
Caught
yeah.
empty-handed?
Well, and it's
You
like,
can
it's
literally
colorful,
become
it's
the ball,
it's literally
a new
pick up
weapon
and
for your
play,
team.
like, it takes all of the, you know,
Or risk
anybody
it all.
can play a
Charge up teammate,
platformer to
launch
some
them high
degree,
into the
like,
air
come
with an
on.
ultimate throw, and they'll
There's
land
a reason
in
why
huge
Mario-
instant KO explosion.
They have so many party games and all those things, so people can do the basic, like,
The team here at
Jump,
Valorant has been
run,
obsessed
slide,
with building
you
this
know.
world over the last 4 years.
you,
Knockout City is
did you
coming
see
out
the
May
Mario
21st,
Golf
and we'd love your help in our final
trailer?
stretch of development.
oh,
Rally your
no,
crew
but
and sign up for our
I
crossplay beta at knockoutcity.com
I
to play
played
early on
Mario
PlayStation.
Golf, I'm little, it
See
was
you
on the
soon, brawlers.
GameCube. I can't remember what was the,
Mario Golf. I don't think they've like made a new version since like SNES maybe.
is it really? Oh, okay, maybe I'm thinking of Strikers.
Strikers would be a cool.
Time for something new.
I like the
Here's your
I like the
first
Mario
look
sports
at an
games. I wish there was a more
upcoming
like
PS5 game from the team
dedicated,
at Slow Clap.
more like fleshed out Mario, because like Mario Tennis seemed good, but one of the things that again I heard like Filthy Casuals guys kind of talk about it was that it's just other than kind of tennis, like there's not a ton of other like fleshed out modes. Like if you want to play tennis, it's fucking, you know, it's good for that. But if
sure
there's
there
other
was,
like
like, baseball.
variations or like, yeah, there is. I think Super Mario like Sluggers or whatever.
That sounds right. My favorite was a DS exclusive Mario 3v3 Hoops.
Oh yeah. See, I think if Nintendo put with like the motion control, taking a knife to the face. The hand-to-hand combat I kind of like. There's something satisfying about, like, you know, that's what makes, I think, like Star Wars games like satisfying, like the sort of like sword on sword or hand-to-hand combat fighting. Like there's totally something to that.
Yeah.
It's better than just like guns.
So what is it besides you just beat people up?
That was the debut of Sifu, coming to the PS5 console later this year. Now let's get an update on Solar Ash, an epic new PS5 adventure from Heart Machine.
I'm thinking it's a little akin to, what's the VR game?
Beat Saber.
That's
no. Super Hot.
God damn it. Super Hot. Yeah, I think it's a little akin to that, where like just like the attraction is like fighting people. Like it's going through and like it might have good sort of fighting game like combos and shit, and it might just be more like
I'm Alex,
going from room to room, kind of
director of Heart Machine,
picking people apart and not as much like, hey, a story.
I'm gonna have a VR setup by the end of the year.
Gameplay for our new title.
It'll be fun.
I'd love a VR. The Oculus Quest. It's like $200 or something.
Stylish 3D platformer.
It's probably like the worst, you know, because it's
game is set inside a giant black hole known as the Ultra Void, which has been consuming everything in its path.
It's completely independent of a computer. Is the reason why I would get that one, is because I don't have a PC that would like complement a VR setup.
Yeah.
Ray is extremely agile, able to speed across the
so to be able to get like pretty good you know, like 8 out of 10 VR without a PC is probably the best that I could do without spending, you know, $1,500 more to get a good PC.
At its core, Solar Ash is a game about movement, and Ray has everything she needs to flow through the dangerous and unique world.
I thought this was something different.
I think the idea of like movement games and games that focus on like smooth or like good, like
you'll find yourself
if this game you can fly around in a way that's akin to you like swinging through the city in Spider-Man, say,
fast and free.
Yeah, like that's easy for people to buy into. Like if the movement is really smooth and like well thought out and is sort of the core concept of the game, like that kind of, those games are fun.
To greater and greater sizes.
Yeah, I think most
some of these
fun
creatures require
is
speed
just
and
swinging
precise
around.
timing to defeat.
Well, and like the comboing and like how good sort of the movement, like, and how you can flow through combos. Like even if you fuck up, like you can still sort of rebound.
Like
Spider-Man. Yeah, heck yeah.
Ray will eventually need to face the massive sentinels.
So anyway, I brought up Mario Golf
Wretched,
because
starved
there is this mode
key to her
called
quest.
Speed Golf, which everyone starts at the same time, and you have to run to the ball with Mario mechanics and shells and bananas. And you could also activate like Wii Sports Golf controls
Solar Ash
with
is
the
Heart Machine's vision of the adventure
the
platform.
nice.
The
and
giant
I think that'd be a
spaces,
fun
the feel of movement,
drunk
the flow of
gameplay
combat,
we could record
and the high
when
stakes
that's
like a
battles
party
of
game style
enormous
thing, yeah,
beasts
for sure.
all come together to bring players
I would
something
like
we
that.
think is incredibly unique.
There's
and
more than a couple games we could do. Even like a
this game is a labor
Fall
of
Guys,
love
or not
for
fucking Fall Guys. What am I talking
Machine
about?
team. We're excited to bring Solar Ash to
No,
PS5
what the
and
hell is
PS4
that crazy ragdoll physics game? Fall Flat, Human Fall Flat.
Oh yeah, Human Fall Flat, or
would be fun.
If you're a fan of scary games,
yeah,
this
Gang
next one
Beasts.
is
Yeah,
for you.
I could not think of either of them. For
it's
the
a
life
dumb
of me.
name, both of them. Well, Human Fall Flat.
Yeah, I'm like,
stupid
why
Gang
can't? Yeah,
Beasts.
You were nothing.
yeah.
Called like Human Fall Flat Rumble or something.
Pathetic.
Now, is this a different game now?
Are you ready?
No, this is the same game. This is about the running. This has got to be some Five Nights at Freddy's. Like,
I'm excited. Oh,
I'm serious. Look at it.
It is. Yep, you're right.
It's like the 7th one, or yeah, literally. Yep.
We're gonna.
I know
play
they're doing
that
that
in
Nick
VR.
Cage movie. Did I send you guys that trailer?
No.
Did you see that they're making a movie where it's literally this, but it's Nicolas Cage is like the guy who's in the place and he's killing all the robots? I'm not even kidding, dude. I'll send you and what's the trailer. I thought I sent it to you.
It may have been like I was busy and couldn't watch YouTube and forgot about
Yeah,
it.
that's fine. Yeah, it's totally one of those things that like I sent it like as like what the fuck is this basically? It looks like a bunch of insanity. It'd be a great game to, you know, or a great movie to get fucked up and watch. Ooh, it's first person. See, I like that. The thing that I don't like about the Five Nights is you can't explore. Like, that's the one thing that's kind of a bummer.
Out by morning.
It was,
But doing a full
like
fleshed out
simple
game is kind of cool.
Played it on on the original map.
Do as I say.
The original
You will bring
It was on like
me
mobile,
what I
yeah.
want. And if you fail me, then you will. Both of you burn!
I'm not 100% sure how scary it's going to be.
I think one of the things that is scary about Five Nights at Freddy's, the originals, is how limited you are in movement.
More going on here.
Yeah, well, and that's yeah. So you're not wrong that like you can't
That was
kind
a
of
chilling
run
new
with the
look
exact
at
same
Five Nights at
motif
Freddy's
if you are
security
changing
breach.
the movement completely. Because like the robots won't be as
Up
scary. Like you need to
next,
up the
let's
ante
take
a
a tour
little.
of Oddworld Soulstorm.
I also feel like they've been making some kind of Oddworld game for like the last 10 years.
Director
Not one has come out.
Today,
I feel
I'm
like
gonna take
everything,
you on a
how many
brief
like
tour of our
E3s or
newest
state of
game,
plays or
Oddworld
like
Soulstorm.
PlayStation whatever announcements have they had some sort of like Oddworld?
We're doing an Oddworld.
I swear to
In
God.
Soulstorm,
Yeah.
you reprise the role of Abe, accidental hero turned unlikely leader of an emerging revolution. As you do battle through weird and wonderful environments, in an
seriously, I
effort
think
to
the
escape
last one was
the
almost 10 years
all-powerful
ago.
and eternally greedy gluttons.
They launched it with the PS3
really
and they're
wanted to
like,
bring
can't wait
this
for the next
world to
one.
life with what we call
No, probably not. That was
which
Thanos'
adds
wizard.
much more depth and immersion
Oh,
for the player.
it's like
This
Ebony
sense
Mars.
of connection is also
Yeah.
reinforced through the use of the dual senses haptic feedback, as you'll now be able to feel Abe's heartbeat in high alert and suspenseful situations.
I learned today.
There are well over
Funhouse
1,000
podcast,
fellow Mudokis
the,
that must try to
the
save
guy
along the way.
who
But they are
tries to
far
sell
more than
Obi-Wan
helpless
death
workers
sticks
looking to be
in
saved.
Attack of the
When
Clones.
used effectively,
His-
you'll be able to solve
his
puzzles,
character
harness
name
their
is
combined
like
energy, and be given the
Elon
tools
Slime
they need to
Ballsery
fight
or
alongside
something.
you. And there will be times when the extra hands
I
will
like
be
that.
needed as you face off against an array
I thought you were
of
gonna say
heavily
Elon
armed
Musk or
enemies
something.
that
I was like, wow, that's a
nothing
crazy
but
coincidence, huh?
Abe once and for all.
He changed Elon Musk's life.
In order to stand a chance
Yeah, right.
against this much larger threat, we gave Abe the ability to scavenge, loot, and pickpocket items from his surroundings and use them to craft an impressive arsenal of his own that he can share
would you
with
play
others.
like a game like this, Brian? But like,
You can also
sort
play
of
as
not
a
top down,
non-lethal
but like,
pacifist or an agent of
Side
chaos.
scrolling.
We wanted you to have
I guess it's like sort of the
there is
side to
one
side
iconic
scrolling.
ability for our
Only
shamanic
way I'm playing
protagonist,
this is if,
possession.
like, it
This
comes
mystical
out
power
and, like,
allows you to take
reviewers
control
are,
of your foes
like,
and use
like,
their
oh my
strengths
God,
and
this is really
weapons
good.
against them,
9.5
or use them to
out
gain
of 10 or
access to
something like
paths
that.
still ahead.
Yeah.
Like I feel like
The Oddworld
in this
universe
day and
is
age,
a
in order
diverse
to do,
place,
like, a
and this means that
platformer
there
or,
are some
like,
environments and
a game that's
situations
not
that
fully
require a little more
utilizing
thought, patience, and
next gen
stealth.
capabilities. You
You'll find dark and dangerous
I'm gonna buy it
caves,
just for that part
heavily
right there that we
guarded
just watched.
industrial sites, and ancient forgotten lands.
I want there to be
Here
10
we've
of
built
me
lots of
sneaking up
opportunities
on
for
one
you to
guard.
test your skills and
I like
find
that.
different ways to handle
Yeah,
things.
like that right there.
It won't be
They're
easy.
never gonna find
If
us.
being
There's
hunted
like
by
12
an
of us.
army backed by a shady and wealthy organization isn't
Yeah,
bad
I'd still.
enough. There
I have
are
a handful
also
of
more
games
dangers
like
in
that
the forms
that
of natural obstacles,
Jesus
ancient
Christ.
traps, trials
that I'd
against
really like to
swarming
play,
dark
like
creatures,
platformy or
and
like
industrial hazards that must be dodged,
Hades is one of them
crossed,
that
and
I've,
avoided.
which
Hades
I
is
don't.
awesome.
Abe's
You
journey
should
I don't
is
feel
one of
any
hope,
like
freedom, and
rush
truth.
to play it.
There's a rich and engaging
but that is
narrative
like a
to
style of game
discover
that
in
I
a
like a
world full
lot.
of lies. And we've been
I played
able to
Hollow
bring our
Knight, I played
characters
a lot
to
of
life
Dead
like
Cells.
never before. In true Oddworld
so-
fashion, your actions in-game
Trying to think
will
there's one
decide
more.
the fate of Abe and all those you manage to liberate
Hades is
played a
along the
game
way.
that's kind of a
And we
mix
can't
of,
wait to
like,
see what you
the
will
roguelike
do.
and the little like Soulsborne-y. It's called Salt and Sanctuary. I got it to play with Steph because it's like a really hard kind of roguelike Soulsborne thing where like if you die you lose your progress, but it's co-op. So I was like, oh Steph, like let's
That
play.
was the latest
It's
on
really
Oddworld
fucking hard.
Soulstorm.
And we're like, oh, we
And here's
can't
some
play.
exciting news. Active
was like, oh, this
PlayStation
will be
Plus
fun
members
to, like,
will get the
push through,
PS5
you know,
version
yeah.
for no extra
Oh, we're,
cost
like,
starting in April.
you know,
PS5 version for no
a
extra
couple,
cost
like,
starting in April.
Set pieces into that game and we're just getting brutalized
Moving
by
on,
like archers
it's
and
time
shit.
to
And I'm just
catch
like, yeah,
up
maybe
with
this
Kena
isn't the one
Bridge
that we
of
play together.
Spirits, a gorgeous new adventure we last saw in the June PS5 showcase.
Say we also saw this one.
I
This game
you
looks
were right.
interesting.
Updates about 10 games.
Is it 10? Is that what they said?
10 games.
That's a
I
3
don't
minutes
know
of
if
pop.
this needed a state of play.
Yeah, maybe not. They probably could have just released some, extra trailers with gameplay.
Yeah.
Content dump.
Like, you'd think this wasn't announced. Everyone's shitting on Nintendo for announcing nothing over 45 minutes.
I do remember this game looking pretty good. I was like, oh, it's gonna be, a little bit of like a Legend of Zelda ripoff. But no, it looks like it's Legend of Zelda and a Pikmin ripoff.
I actually might play the HD Skyward Sword.
I see.
Oh yeah. I honestly, I'd still like to go back and play Breath of the Wild. I put a good amount of time into it, but not a ton, and it's still a game that I'm like, I should just pick it up again because it's something that I feel like picking it back up, you'll be back like bought into it pretty quick.
Yeah.
I am interested in their new Skyward Sword though. I never fully, like, the most that I ever put into any Zelda game is into Breath of the Wild. I put a little bit of Twilight Princess on my Wii, but not a ton. Yeah, I always wanted to play more, and I was for whatever reason, I just never, I never found the time.
You must help
your 3DS, I would tell you play Link Between Worlds.
Yeah, I've heard Link Between Worlds is great.
You have to go now.
Yeah, Zelda is like a weird thing, because like I've played probably every main, like, I don't know, maybe not the portables, but every kind of main Mario game that's come out since like Sunshine, and maybe even earlier. And like Zelda, I've played like one in the entire Zelda series. But like Mario, I've played fucking Sunshine, both Galaxies, like 3D World, fucking Mario Brothers, the weird one with Luigi, Super Mario Brothers 3D World, or whatever the fuck.
I think I've put in more time into Zelda games.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Is like I'm so kind of far the opposite. Like Mario, I feel like I've played, probably 90% of the Mario games that have come out in the last like 15 years. Probably not 90, but 80. And like Zelda, I played 5%.
Now let's settle in for a stylish new look at Deathloop, a PS5 first-person shooter developed by the team at Arcane.
Excited about it?
I feel like we've seen a good amount of stuff from Deathloop, actually.
You'll never, ever break this loop.
There's no never
Like, for sure,
here.
this trailer,
Just
at least.
Me and the rest of these maniacs.
Bring it, baby.
If they had 5 minutes of, like, crazy gameplay, that'd be pretty cool. But to see the trailer again is not...
I'm so excited. What do you think? We've seen 7 or 8 games so far?
I feel like 6 or 7? I don't know, I guess. Is this one and maybe one more? 2 more?
Yeah, 10 games,
Damn.
30 minutes.
We're busting through them. Busting through them. I do think this game will be cool. It's got a nice like style to it. Again, like good art direction.
Yeah, Arcane's style is super cool.
Yeah, Arcane, again, great development company. Like, there's a lot of potential here.
I was very close to downloading Hitman 3
Hitman 3
the other day.
I love Olimar. No, I'm happy. I just remembered because it's almost the end of the month. I almost didn't download Control. I'm like, fuck, I would be pissed if I was like, oh, it was totally free, and I didn't even like put it in my fucking library. Take 1 second to.
90% of the time, I just add to library and move on.
Oh yeah, exactly. Well, but that's the thing. Is like that's a game that I'll legitimately play because I already started. I put probably a dozen hours or so into it. So that person shape-shifting like the killer, presumably. I feel like this is this is absolutely just Dishonored.
Yeah. Dishonored with a more approachable form like that.
Somebody's feeling feisty.
Yeah.
And Dishonored, I would say most of the time you're pretty fucked if you lose your stealth.
Oh yeah, that's far more stealth based. This looks like you're like a fucking mutant. It's or like BioShock, where you've got the I can't remember what are they called. Plasmids, I think is what they're called, that you inject into your body, and then you have like you can freeze people and shoot like bees at them and shit.
Let's do it again tomorrow.
I also feel like the little kind of the cell shaded style, it's not like super crazy hyper realistic, which will probably help it to age a lot better.
Yeah.
Like some games that are like, we want it to look as realistic as possible right now. In like 3 years, they look like shit because we're like, man, that game looks, it looks like it was made 3 years ago.
Oh, I see what they did there.
Before we leave, how about a huge update for one of 2020's most celebrated games?
Huge.
2020's most celebrated.
What was the update for that last one? Final Fantasy. Yeah.
Give me a break.
Jesse, Barrett.
Where you been?
So it genuinely was just literally updates, like no.
Half of
the
them
word
were
update. Yeah, the word update was used very intentionally, as in almost all of these are literal updates.
Games that are already out.
Yeah, as in, they're being updated for the new consoles. Because the other ones, I mean, the PS5 exclusive ones that we've seen, like the last probably 3 that they've shown,
well, guys,
are games that we saw that trailer for in June.
Yeah, when we did our first ever reaction.
Yeah. Some deja vu here. Got the chocobo suit.
Materia Hunter and Elite Special Forces operative for the new Wutai government. We'll prove to our common enemy that Wutai is not to be trifled with. Members of Avalanche, we got this.
Yeah, I'm gonna go play that right after this.
Ah, there you are.
Sure.
Someone's been expecting you. What took you?
Sorry about that. Anyway, it's nice to meet you. I'm Sonon Kusakabe.
Where's Clown?
We lost him.
You what?
He will be okay, though.
You
right?
what?
Well, of course he will.
They're the ones who blew up the reactors.
Cool. Of course he
Should
will.
we say hi?
Oh, this I think it's actually
after what they've done. You gotta assume Shinra's on
they've
their
already
tail.
released. This is
Look, a Moogle.
Is this the part? Is this a trailer for part 2
I think this is
of the
part
Final
2.
Fantasy VII? Yeah. Wall running? Hell yeah. Yeah, that might be what this is, because I know they've been. They had part 1 of 7 parts, but of Final Fantasy VII. I know you're right. Yeah, it might be more than 2. I don't know how much, because I never played the OG Final Fantasy VII. How much they covered in like the sort of remaster that they released.
From what
It just seemed like
the remaster is only the first city, and there's a lot of game left.
Well, and they made it like 60 hours or something too. Like it was like it originally was 25 or 30 hours, and they basically doubled the length of the game. Yeah, so maybe it's the first like quarter of it or something. So this is part 2 of 4.
There you
Who are these jerks?
No clue. It just appeared.
Intergrade.
Now, let the hunt begin.
That's
Wow,
in Sephiroth,
that's way sooner than I thought.
Yeah, that's pretty soon. Wow, it's June 10th. A lot of people did not think that.
No, well, they took so long with the first.
I know. People are actually gonna be hyped about that.
Alright, so they dropped a little bomb.
Yeah, that's cool.
I may go and play the first one then.
I heard it's great, actually.
Oh yeah.
Seriously, I've heard it's awesome. I've never played it, so that's definitely, if that's where, that's a good place to come in to like the series, which I'm sure it's not, but that's definitely one that I would play. And again, I've heard it's like 40 to 60 hours, which is pretty solid for, 25% of the game.
Yeah.
I like his hair.
Very nice. Look at those textures and lighting.
I know, look at those plants. It definitely, I mean, you can see there's for sure a difference, like, no doubt.
Well, I upgraded my graphics card a week or two ago, and I've been playing Cyberpunk now, and so I can crank the settings on it, and it looks so
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
I feel bad that most console players will never get the version they want to.
It's literally, it's already half price, and a part of me is like, should I just buy it and wait and hope, like, make an investment and just hope that, which whatever. I should just buy it if it's still broken, but...
I hear it runs fine on PS5, like, just the PS5 itself has a lot of issues.
What about my base model PS4?
I doubt it.
Whoa.
You need a good photo mode.
I was gonna say it. No kidding. They learned from Spider-Man.
Yuffie?
Oh, Yuffie.
Wait, what?
The, like, Kingdom Hearts sort of, like, fighting style, and I'm sure there's, like, a word for that type of, like, third person, but, like, you can kind of jump all over the map and, like, fight people.
That's how I just do it.
Yep.
There's a lot of fun. Like, if that's done well, where you're, like, kind of casting spells and doing whatever, kind of independent of, like, it's not turn by turn or anything.
Yeah, and there's some good combos and stuff to unlock.
Yeah. I feel like that would definitely be fun. Oh, dude, version for free! Just buy the PS4 version now. You just get a free upgrade. Why would anybody buy the PS5 version? That is super soon, though. That is not a joke.
Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade, coming to the PS5 console later this year.
Yeah, well, I bet it did. If it stays
and
that
that's our show.
date.
We hope you're as excited as we are for what's to come in 2021. See you next time.
All right. So maybe I'll play some Final Fantasy then.
And as we always say, at the end of State of Play, that was mostly shit that we've seen.
All right, buddy. I'll talk to you later.
Yeah, as far as Sunday's concerned, like I said, I'm going to bring my laptop. I'm going to try, do everything in my power, be ready, 5 after 8, whatever time we kind of settle on. And if it's an absolute, like, nightmare, I might kill my cam and just do the audio.
Okay.
But I really, I think it'll be okay, but I'm sure I'm jinxing myself, so we'll see. So yeah, I'll talk to you for sure.
All right, see you, bud.
Talk to you, bye.